You know, we were discussing earlier about soldiers and their rights and things like that. And there is a towering cross shaped monument on public land, and it's been deemed unconstitutional by the courts, even though it's been marked on a major intersection in Prince George's County for over 90 years. Question for the Fourth Circuit was whether the cross, which stands at Maryland Route 450 and U.S. Route 1 in Bladensburg. I don't think I want to live in Bladensburg because it sounds like you get bladder problems. And it's like, ugh. Bladdersburg. Ugh. You got a bladder problem, go to Bladdersburg. Now, it says here, is a memorial to local men lost in World War I or an unconstitutional government endorsement of a religion that should be removed from public land. Now, this was built back in 1925 with funding from local families and the American Legion. The marble and cement-based cross honors 49 Prince George County men who died in the war. On the base of this cross are the words valor, endurance, courage, and devotion. A bronze tablet lists the names of the men and includes a quote from President Woodrow Wilson. The monument is a part of a larger memorial park in the middle of the immediate area honoring veterans of several wars. There's going to be these people out there. They're going to say, well, it's been there for X number of years, so we shouldn't take it down because it's been there for so long. Slavery was something that we did for over thousands of years, and it's still going on today. Does it make it right or acceptable because it's been practiced or done for so long? Absolutely not. So the amount of time that has passed is irrelevant. Supporters of the memorial, known as the Peace Cross, said the decision to take it down sets a dangerous precedent and vowed appeal to the Supreme Court. I think that's not going to go well based on the way the Supreme Court is leaning right now. It's leaning more to the religious right, which I think is inherently dangerous to our Constitution. The problem is with this cross, because it's on public land, it is a visual endorsement of a religion by our government. If we are to have religious freedom in this country, that means that you can't put up or endorse one religion over the other. And if we're going to endorse Christianity, which version? Catholicism, Baptist, Pentecostal, Lutheran? Which one? Which flavor? Which flavor is going to be the one that says all the rest are wrong? Which one? Tony, your thoughts?
I understand it's a cross on public land, but at the same time, it's not like it had religious sayings on it. But at the same time, it is a cross. The cross is obviously a symbol of Christianity. It shouldn't be there. And as to the argument you were quoting, that's called if I'm not mistaken, the argument from antiquity.
Yes.
Which is very, very dumb, as you already mentioned, for obvious reasons. But these people really need to read the first sentence of the First Amendment, okay? The Founding Fathers did not want religion and politics to mix, okay? Because that's one of the reasons why they fled England in the first place. There was no separation of church and state in, 1700s England.
Right.
Okay? In fact, if anything, the church actually had power over the government in Great Britain back then, okay? So, quite frankly, I think it is a good thing. And to anyone who doesn't think it's a good thing, imagine how you would feel if, because it's Christians, how would you feel if it was a Satanist pentagram honoring these dead soldiers, or some type of Muslim cross honoring these soldiers? You wouldn't like it very much.
So they have that half moon thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know what that was called, so I just called it a Muslim cross.
Yeah, well, that's fine. I can't remember the exact name, but I know it's a half moon thing there. So, and the star, it's in there too. Now, what's the big problem here is the Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission, a state agency, owns the land and the monument and spent about $117,000 to maintain and repair the cross, in addition to setting aside $100,000 for renovations. That money, tax money. That's your money. That's my money. It doesn't matter if you want to put money into it because you're religious. I don't want to have to put money into it because I'm not religious. Do you think that I should have to because it's your religion? If that's the case, then I want something up there that have put up the atheist bench, and then you have to, through the tax dollars, you have to help maintain that. Would you like that? I think you'd fight that, wouldn't you? I think a lot of those people out there would say, yeah, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to promote atheism. Well, that's exactly how we feel towards your religion. We don't want our government promoting your religion. Now, I'm going to let Matt speak here in just a minute, but as soon as he gets done speaking, I want to read just a couple of the comments on this because they are so vile, and it shows that these people are so clueless of the separation of church and state. It's just mind-boggling. Matt, your thoughts?
Well, if public funds are being used for this, No way. Absolutely not. Those should have been privately, private donations or whatnot, and that should be on a private spot, not in a public park. I mean,
Yeah.
they have memorials in public parks, and that's one thing, but this is a religious thing, and no. So I
Yeah.
guess they were
No,
right, and which court was this? Was this the?
Yeah, the state court. Yes.
Well, I'm sure this will probably go to the Supreme Court, maybe.
Yeah, that's what they're planning on doing. They're going to take it all the way up to the Supreme Court, maybe.
Yeah.
Now, I do want to read a couple of comments here that were in the comment section below that was on this, and there was like over 1,000 comments here. And they're quoting from the article. The initial challenge in Maryland was brought by the American Humanist Association, a Washington-based group that represents atheists and others. Okay. What's your problem with that? This is their problem. It sure doesn't represent the atheist agnostic. Geez, get over yourselves. It's a memorial, for crying out loud. The world isn't out to get you. We don't care about you that much. You're clueless, dude. You're clueless. We don't think that they're coming to get us. Boogeyman, boogeyman. It's about freedom of religion. It's about freedom from religion. It's about a government endorsing a religion. Do you not understand that?
If anything, they think that. They're the ones who think that someone's coming to round them up.
Exactly. Now, somebody else also put on there, and I can't believe that they posted this because apparently they didn't even read the article. They said, I'm surprised they're not complaining about Arlington. Okay? It has nothing about Arlington in there. They're not talking about Arlington. Somebody else had added on here. I said, I hope the state sells 15 feet or whatever it takes for $1 to a private citizen. That will solve the problem. This other person who obviously is I think they're an atheist or a humanist or whatever, and they're pointing out the problem with their logic on this. They're saying selling a few feet to a private citizen for a few dollars will not, quote unquote, solve anything. It would be a simple, dishonest attempt to violate our Constitution's prohibition against government favoring any religion. If government favors any religion, then freedom of religion is reduced to a fiction. Then they were saying that person is not a patriot. And I agree. This person is not a patriot. If you're going to say, yeah, we just sell the land to a private owner and then we'll just keep it up in a public place like that. You're trying to skirt. No, absolutely not. You're trying to skirt the law by circumventing the law. For right now, the cross is not coming down yet. It's not coming down yet. But should it come down? Absolutely. If you want to put it up in a museum, I'm fine with that. If you want to put this up on museum land, because it's a big cross, the thing is like 40 feet tall or something like that. If you want to put it up on a private property, go ahead. But you do not put it up on state property and expect to have it maintenance with our tax dollars.
These people need to get a clue.
Exactly.
Yes, I completely agree.